Hello everybody, GL1 here. Welcome to the premier online toy museum. And today's show on theropods is brought to you by Chilantaisaurus. This toy here, I suspect, is not easy to find. I've never seen it anywhere, and where I did find it is not a common store. So this dinosaur was found in China. The toy was found in North America. It has a lot of actuation with this tail. You move the tail up and down, and it moves the arms and the neck and chops the mouth, and then you can turn the tail back and forth, and then you get the mouth turning. So a lot of action, not a lot of able to position it where you want. Its head's always going to be kind of cocked sideways. It is one of the newer toys where you have great texturing on the tongue, and you have the rubber teeth or plastic, soft plastic teeth are separate from the head, much more realistic and different sizes. Really long nails, claws, and three-fingered, and you have articulated shoulders in your arms, and even articulated feet. And look, you even have a very prominent back spike for kicking backwards, I imagine, into things. And then you have these nice spines here on the tail. So quite a complex looking dinosaur. Red eyes, and they give it kind of coloring. Of course, in this case, sometimes we do know the coloring, but we can start to find traces of molecules, and they're beginning to be able to figure out some of the colors on the dinosaurs to some extent. I'm not sure about this one. But this guy was found in China. It was around 92 to 90 million years ago, so about 2 million years, and 36 feet long, they estimate, and anywhere between 6 and 12,000 pounds. 12,000 pounds, if so, that's getting it to the size, close to the size of a T-Rex in terms of length and weight. Nothing has a head like a T-Rex, though. The bulkiness of the head, the bite force, that's something that, the other dinosaurs don't have. Usually they are 1/3, if they're the same size. They're, not really, in the same class of bite force. They're about 1/3. But they do base that 12,000 pounds possibly on the size of a femur that they found. I think this back claw is really cool on this toy. It's really hard and very spiky. All right, so the classification of this dinosaur, I didn't want to put down the classification because it seems to me from Wikipedia that there's a lot of debate. And that's why I have these other dinosaurs over here. Because some think that it fit into the Allosauridae classification. And of course, that is represented by Allosaurus. And so here is our Hammond collection Allosaurus, a really nice dinosaur, very long, and if it were scaled to our first dinosaur here, our Chilantaisaurus, then they should be, this is up to 39 feet long, so 28 to 39 feet long. So they would be about the same size in terms of the toys. And you can see that in terms of length, they are not. Now, Allosaurus was a lot thinner in terms of weight. So Allosaurus was about 8,000 pounds, 5,000 to 8,000 pounds, whereas, Chilantaisaurus could be 6,000 to 12,000 pounds. All these dinosaurs too were found in different places and different times. So Allosaurus goes back, 155 to 145 million years ago. A lot of people wonder, how would Allosaurus do up against a T-Rex? Well, it's much smaller in terms of its bone structure, and it was also significantly earlier. So T-Rex was 66 million years ago, and this could be, like 145 million years ago. So they would never have crossed paths. Chilantaisaurus was 90 million years ago, so also much later than Allosaurus. So, all right, well, some question whether it should be in a Neovenator's Neoventoridae, okay, whether it should be classified with that dinosaur. And then, I have a representative Neovenator dinosaur, and that was also, a little bit after Allosaurus, 130 to 125 million years ago, a long dinosaur, 25 to 33 feet long, and about 2,000 to 4,500 pounds. So again, much smaller than Chilantaisaurus or Allosaurus, found in Britain. So we got Britain, North America, and then China. And then some people think it should be in Spinosauridae. So of course that leads one to see Spinosaurus in the back, but I wanted to bring another representative of Spinosauridae out. This is also a recent toy that's come out, and this is Ceratosuchops, or Suchops, and 125 million years ago. So again, earlier than Chilantaisaurus, 26 feet long, 3 to 4,000 pounds. So we're talking about, the weight of a rhinoceros, and also found in Britain, just like Neovenator. Venator, I'm sorry. But you can see here, I think you could see some similarities actually, kind of the long snout, but you can also see that this is a lot like a Spinosaur, and it is a Spinosaurus. It is related, you see there's actually a spine on there, so it is related to the Spinosaurus. All of these have the 3 fingers with the claws too, and that sort of makes them all related to, where specifically they're related is the question, but all of these are related in, like a T-Rex has 2 fingers, all of these have 3 fingers, so at some point they do have a common ancestor that goes back, that does sort of, this is one suggestion of their relationship, where you have a split to Spinosaurus, and then you have, or Spinosauridae, so you have different Spinosaurs, and then you have Allosaurus, Neovenator, and then Chilantaisaurus, and then even Megaraptors. So is Chilantaisaurus closely related to Megaraptor? Some think so. And then, of course, we have Spinosaurus back here, and that was found in Egypt. So again, all over the world, 100 to 94 million years ago, and anywhere between 46 feet long and some think 60 feet long, 16,000 pounds, maybe up to 20,000 pounds. There are T-Rexes that weigh like Sue or Scotty that have been discovered. Scotty's also a female, though. They are gigantic T-Rex versions, of T-Rex. But the Spinosaur is longer and on average heavier, but it does not have the kind of chomping force. It has a crocodilian style mouth with many different sized teeth, and some the 4th teeth back are larger, and this is very common in things that catch a lot of fish. So the Spinosaurs are thought to be, semi-aquatic fish catchers, and so may be Neovenator, and then, Allosaurus, that's not been mentioned, but Chilantaisaurus, you can see from its skull type, the long snout, and, they gave it the varying size teeth, just like very similar to a Spinosaur. But what you have, and again, the toys, there are some artistic license that's taken, but they all have the 3 fingers. This has really large claws. And what's nice on this, again, this is a medium-sized toy, but you have a lot of articulation, the way that you can articulate the feet and the shoulders, and then, of course, a lot of actuation with its action gimmick. Quite a lot of toy for what you get. So all right, so there you go, Chilantaisaurus. If you haven't seen it, if you don't see it in a store ever, I don't know that you will. Sometimes I don't know if it's because of the tariffs or what's going on with shipping, but sometimes there are very few of the new dinosaurs that are making it, and fortunately I've found quite a few of them, and I'll be doing more shows on them and trying to relate them to other dinosaurs and what we already have. So thanks for watching, and I'll be talking to you soon. Take care.